I'm Priscilla Cole with the Geospatial Risk Summit, and we're recording in January, and we've all got colds today. But I'm on today with Daniela Moody from Perennial, CTO there. Hello, Daniela.
Hey, Priscilla, it's good to sit down and chat.
I want to bring up a funny story because I met you just under a year ago, and I'm now on the 4th email address for you. And not picking on you in any way. A little bit of backstory. Daniela seems to have a knack for working with companies that are very popular and get acquired by by other companies. And so just walking through that transition. So when I first met you, you were at GeoSite, and GeoSite was acquired by Descartes Labs, and then Descartes Labs was acquired by Earth Daily Analytics. And now you've chosen to branch off and join a new company called Perennial as CTO. So yeah, tell us about this year that you've had and what you're doing now at Perennial.
Yeah, indeed. It's been indeed very much of a journey. I will not recommend getting acquired twice in the span of 7 months to anyone. It was a great learning and, character building opportunity, I'm going to say. But yeah, it has been 4 different emails in the span of 12 months. And that has been, I'll say, indicative of the movements we see across the sort of geospatial market, especially when it comes to companies supporting the more established market verticals. GeoSite, for those who are not familiar, was a geospatial insights analytics company for insurance, property and casualty. Before GeoSite, I was actually at Arturo, also company supporting insurance, property and casualty with computer vision models. So I was the VP of AI there. GeoSite got acquired by Descartes Labs and then Earth Daily Analytics. This was, just a bigger portfolio company roll up, if you will. Yeah, in the insurance market, we've definitely seen those changes and mergers and acquisitions and alignment. I have chosen, as you said, to now take on a 4th email address starting late last year. Perennial is, think of it as a geospatial AI-enabled platform to provide MRV anywhere. And in case those are new terms, this is very much a climate tech company, starting with regenerative agricultural practices, providing those insights to our customers, but expanding potentially into other, I would say, sub-markets, right, in this broader climate tech vertical. And I am excited to see yet another market jumping in fully into adopting and leveraging geospatial data and geospatial AI data in particular to streamline workflows and just do cool things. I do hope that my arrival at Perennial doesn't mean more acquisitions and mergers coming in the future. But I'm really excited to have the chance to basically build something amazing from the start. It's been great to get to know the team, and really excited to see the transformation we can bring now in this industry.
So this goes along with bigger trends that I've been seeing. So mergers and acquisitions happening in the Earth observations space, in analytics and platform companies, kind of bringing some of that data alive in Insurtech, and just a lot of movement in tech at large. I mean, there's been quite a big rounds of layoffs for companies that have household names. Mergers and acquisitions that have hit my radar in the last year, in and around insurance and natural disasters, are Swiss Re acquiring Fathom, TensorFlight was acquired, Cape Analytics was just acquired by Moody's RMS. Of course, your journey through your companies, BetterView being acquired by Nearmap, CatRisk being acquired by TechnoSilva. I'm sure I'm missing some. It's been quite a year. I'd love to get your hot takes in this. Like, are we done with this movement? Or is there still some reckonings and settlings happening out there? Like, what do you think the next year looks like?
Well, I obviously have mixed feelings about it because, I've gone through a couple. I don't think we're done yet. In the broader geospatial market, I think the market is naturally realigning and responding to the fact that capital has been expensive and hard to get. M&As, I think, are a natural response to larger companies seeking, bolt-on, if you will, additional capability in existing products. And it's just quicker sometimes to buy a company that already provides capability or product X instead of developing from scratch. So I don't think it will ever be truly done. Maybe hopefully things get a little more settled on the insurance side. Insurtech vertical, I think we're just beginning to see some of those movements occurring into other markets. I think what we're seeing, if we're going to zoom out, evolution that we've observed for the last 2 decades. I still remember the days when the what are now household name private companies flying satellites, right, were just launching or building their prototypes in the garage somewhere. Where we are now is, petabytes of data being observed yearly from, or various orbits. And we've gone past that initial imagery as a service and pixels as a service, right? The community started asking more and more for analytics as a service. And that's when you see the advent of a lot of different companies that started providing those analytics.
Right.
And I think what we're seeing now is more that follow-on realization that even analytics as a service are not sufficient. You have to start digging in and providing those insights as a service and basically consolidated analytics for specific verticals. And that's why I believe there are these really rapid trends to go acquire companies that are, say, successful in insurance or have a product. And that's a quicker way to get it and establish have a foothold, if you will, in the insurance market. And that's what we've seen happen, for example, with GeoAI, right? And it was a great strategic move, right, by Antarctica Capital to just position themselves in the insurance market. And I think for a lot of companies that are trying to basically invest in new markets where basically there's more capital and there'll be more total addressable market, the path to building everything from scratch is just no longer viable. It may take too long, and the technology is moving so rapidly that it's just much faster to, again, acquire capability, acquire a company, acquire a product. And so I don't think we'll ever be truly done, but I do believe that what we're seeing in terms of acquisitions is just a outward indicator of what the customers are starting to ask for more and more, which is, I don't want to look at pixels. I don't want to see just these analytics. Tell me where I should look and why should I care. And companies that do so successfully have, I think, been quite successful in the market.
Another really big topic this past year has been AI. It's just can't turn around without it being talked about in another panel, another webinar, another conference, another news story. Give me your thoughts on how AI is playing into these trends.
And we either alternate between what can AI do to you, and then some years is what can AI do for you. All anticipating the next industrial revolution. What does that actually mean? To me, AI will not take away our jobs. Those who know how to leverage AIs in our jobs will be very effective. But not embracing AI is just, it's just not where the world is going. Transformation in the ability for, I'm going to say, not traditionally geospatial industries to adopt geospatial data by way of using AI-driven insights and models, ways to leverage AI, but without diminishing, the fact that you still have humans in the loop. So think of it as a boost, as an accelerant, as an enabler into this more structured, I don't trust yet AI, but I know I have to use it, mindset. And I think every industry is going to do this, in their time, if you will, but it has to kind of go hand in hand with innovation and, ethics of AI, regulations, law in some case. And, I don't think we've hit the end of that road yet.
There will be a lot more discussion on that in your panel at the Geospatial Risk Summit. You're on panel number 4, which is in the afternoon, called GeoAI, Managing Technical, Legal, and Ethical Risks. And we can't wait to see you up there, Daniela.
I'm very excited to be there. I cannot wait. It will be an exciting conversation. I'm really excited to dig into some of these topics and have a heated debate. So.
Glad to hear it. Yeah, I had a conversation with Franklin before this, and he described the panel as spicy. That was his that was his word for it. So we're looking forward to it next week. So thank you, Daniela. Thank you for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.